Besides being this full coverage foundation, buildable even besides being full coverage foundation, being buildable oh my god, why can't I talk today? I wish I could talk. Hey, so I have started a new series on my channel called Friday Favorite, where every Friday I will be sharing my top 5 products. I already have a top primer video up. Next up is top 5 underrated products in India. So don't miss it. If this is something that you enjoy watching, make sure to subscribe to my channel, hit that bell icon so you don't miss out any update of this series or any of happening videos that I post, because I do post amazing videos. I'm gonna start off with the one that I feel like is my absolute favorite right now. Well, all of this foundation I'm going to talk about in this video are kind of my favorite, but whenever somebody asks me which foundation do you recommend for, say they have an event coming up or have a photo shoot coming, so they want their foundation to last all day long and that foundation has to capture good and camera as well, this is the foundation that I would recommend to everyone always. And this is Studio Fix Fluid SPF 15 foundation. It's lightweight, natural matte foundation with shine controlling, medium to full buildable coverage and 24-hour wear. Has about 63 shade ranges. Don't be scared of this foundation just because it says matte. It doesn't mean it's only for people who have oily skin, because sometimes I do get some dry patches around around my mouth and around my nose. I can still get away with using matte foundation as long as they are not overly drying, and this one is not, of course. Like I always say, it all comes down to the primer that you use beforehand, but this foundation is just so seamless. It just has like this most natural matte finish, which I personally really love, because I don't want my makeup to look dry, matte and cakey. That's just I personally don't like, and this gives me this perfect amount of coverage. It's the most perfect finish. I especially really love this whenever I know I'm gonna be wearing my makeup for multiple hours and I don't want to have to worry about my makeup, how it looks. This has been my ride or die foundation for me for years now. It's something that I always go back to. It looks amazing in photos. It wears really nicely throughout the day. It has medium to full buildable coverage, and it's just everything to me, everything. I kind of change my shade depending on how tan I am, between NC35 to NC40. This year I went even darker and got NC42 because I have gotten more tanned. Well, I can't say tan because I didn't go out much, the COVID and all. But I don't know, my face skin kind of like looks a bit darker than rest of my body. My dermatologist told me that it's not sun damage, it's just my diet or so. I am kind of been staying calorie deficit, but I don't know why. But yeah, I'm shade darker. This definitely has like a bit of a cream finish to it. It works almost on every skin type, whether you have oily skin, dry skin, normal skin, combination skin. This foundation will probably work for you. Has an amazing coverage. Like, it looks like skin, it's breathable, it's wearable, but it still gives you that flawless look. There are, no matter how many new foundation comes out, I always feel like this one that has my bag, like I can always turn back to this one and use and feel confident in this in my skin whenever I use this. So if I'm confused or if I have something where I need to feel it cannot go wrong, I would pick this baby up. This is such a beautiful summer foundation as well. I always like to use the reference of event I use certain products. I wore this probably for over 12 hours that day, and it looked absolutely beautiful at the end of the day. It looks great in picture. Shade range is amazing. I don't love the fact that it doesn't come with the pump, but you can like buy it separately, the pump, but I normally never buy the pump. totally depends on you. I just never do that. This is my second bottle in this shade, so I mean, in my life I bought like, this is fifth bottle. Yeah, there's nothing not to love about this foundation. Honestly, it is incredible, and the coverage of it is, I would say, really nice medium coverage. You could definitely build it up to be a full coverage, which I also like, really like the possibility of it becoming a full coverage. But I would suggest that you not do that, because it just gives you really good finish in one layer. So it could be for maybe something a little bit more special, like a special event, or you could even use it for every day because it's not overly heavy or cakey. There are certain foundation that I would feel like I would only use those specifically for going out, or maybe for pictures or something like that. But for me, this one, you could definitely use this on an, you know, everyday basis or for an event. It's not going to weight your skin down. It says 24-hour comfort matte finish, oil-free formula. I definitely agree with that claim. This is the one foundation where I have absolutely no negatives for it. Everything about it is amazing. Here's a coverage taste. Here's an oil and oxidization taste, and there were 4-hour gap between first and second drop of the foundation. You can see the oil ring forming on the first drop, and the comparison of shade and that oil release in both of the drops. Speaking of full coverage and going out, I had to shout out my Milani Conceal Perfect 2-in-1 foundation. It's a concealer, it's a foundation, it's a makeup multitasker. I love it. This is a little bit more full coverage right off the bat versus MAC one, where I feel like you could, you know, totally use that for every single day, even like minimal makeup look. Whereas this Milani one comes into play when you have like a more, you know, dramatic makeup plan. Just because it is so full coverage right off the bat, the formula of this one is also more like natural soft matte and not too aggressive, though it is not drying, it doesn't cling to dry spots, it wears really well. In the fact, this foundation is very well liked among dry skin people. You know, our dry skin beauty Malvika Sitlani raved about this for years and years and years before she started getting more into high-end makeup spree and stuff like that. I'm not trying to diss her, but she really uses drugstore products nowadays. That's a choice. To be honest, I got it because of her recommendation, and I hated this foundation when I first tried it. It just didn't sit well on me, oxidized like crazy. I just thought maybe it's not for oily skin girls like myself, but it turned out that I had received an expired product. I'll insert the picture here so you can see how it looked just few days after receiving it, and then I realized, okay, it's not supposed to be used. Just in a month, the foundation started separating inside a bottle. I checked the date for that, you know, first time. How stupid I am, I know that. Then I ended up ordering another one, and see the difference between expired one and the good product. This one does oxidize a bit though, so actually most foundation oxidizes on me because of my oily skin, or something is wrong with my sebum production. I don't know, everything oxidizes on me. Everything with pigment would oxidize on me. I will say though, this is the one where it has been bit of, you know, con to it. That would be con would be the shades. I mean, there is good shade range, but the undertone aren't always greatest, so you kind of have to like really play with the shades. But it's really great foundation if you can find your perfect match. I just love how full coverage it is right off the bat without being super heavy or cakey on the skin. Like, I just can't feel it on my face, but it covers absolutely everything. This is one of those foundation where it's going to cover up beauty marks, blemishes, scars, everything. It's going to cover up your past. So this foundation and the one that I am going to mention next are two foundation in here where you only have to apply like couple of stripes on your face or couple of dots, and you get that instant full coverage without having to build it up. But if you want even more than that, like sometimes I do apply excess foundation, and like it happens, I'm very heavy handed with the makeup, and when I do end up going overboard with my foundation, even still this foundation does not look cakey or doesn't make me look an amateur. It will still give me like natural looking finish, so it's not gonna look cakey. It is still somehow works. It just looks so beautiful on the skin no matter how much you put it on. But if you are a little heavy handed like me, it's still going to work out. It's gonna look beautiful. I personally really like applying this foundation with a sponge. I feel like it just looks best on the skin if you apply it with a sponge, but definitely you can use like kabuki brush or any brush where you can like press the product instead of dragging it on. I suppose you can drag it on, but I find that if you do drag it on, or if you use a stiffling brush or a loose brush, then what it will do is it will lose that kind of like a shine finish, because it's not entirely matte, it's like a skin like, so semi matte. So if you want that skin like finish, sponge is the best option. Here's a coverage taste. Here's an oil and oxidization taste, and there were 4-hour gap between first and second drop of the foundation. You can see the oil ring forming on the first drop and the comparison of shade and that oil release in both of the drops. I'm moving on to my third favorite foundation, which is PAC HD foundation. Now even this one is medium to full coverage foundation, totally buildable. For me, I would rather have medium to full coverage foundation, and if you want to get that like really nice sheer daytime look, I would use it with a little bit of say a glow drop or facial oil or something like that, so that I can get like maybe reduce the coverage down a little bit, and then at the same time if I want to build it up, I can totally just layer it up again and again on top of itself, and it's not going to like make me look cakey or whatever. It is always good to have something in that zone rather than having something which is like completely sheer category, right? I like using this foundation with facial oils rather than mixing it with some sort of liquid highlighter or whatever, because this foundation itself has a little bit of glow to it. Don't really need that highlighter, liquid glow or stroke cream glow. You could add like facial oil and it will just like skin like natural glowy finish. I don't know how to explain that, but I have used this foundation like that so many times. If you go back and check my tutorials, oh my god, you'll find so many like that. This foundation is also good at blending. It blends beautifully on the skin. It is extremely lightweight. It is an HD foundation. You actually get that HD kind of effect on your face. It does not feel heavy or cakey. It will not crack on your face either. They have about 19 shades in this foundation to choose from, and they are all well divided into different skin category and stuff like that, which is a lot better than Milani. So you have a little wider shade range to choose from in this foundation compared to the Milani. It's like satin finish in the most beautiful way, possibly to a point where it's not going to be excessive. It's very soft, very pretty on the face, has really great coverage. When you first apply it, it almost has like a whipped cream like consistency, so I feel like it absorbs really nicely into the skin. It just looks literally so flawless in like airbrush kind of way. There's certain foundation that I find no matter how much I blend, they kind of just sit on the skin and like sit on top of your skin. They look cakey when you are up close and personal, and they look fine from far. And this is absolutely opposite to that. For me, this is just this one just embeds into the skin so flawlessly that it honestly looks like you just woke up with like a flawless porcelain skin. I love the packaging. Again, you get a pump. It's like a cute little small glass container too, so I feel like it's very travel friendly. It lasts through sweating. I actually put this to test before I went to the gym, and I stayed on. Don't wear makeup to gym, it's not good for your pores. So it happened that I was testing this foundation that day, but I was just so amazed at how beautiful my skin looked even through the sweating and through everything. I mean, it still stayed put, and I was shocked because even a lot of foundation around my nose and just throughout the day, they will just tend to fade around this area and my mouth, but this stayed put. This is like 800 rupees. It's literally insane how good it is for the price. I mean, in India, I don't know why they haven't still increased the price, because this is such a success. I'm happy that PAC hasn't discontinued this yet, because this is the problem with PAC. I liked so many products from PAC. I like their Derma range. I like their Derma concealer. I still use that. I like their stick foundation, pen stick or something like that. I like that for my contour, and they discontinued that as well. They discontinued some of my favorite brushes. So this is the thing with PAC. If you like something from them, you get like really scared, because companies who are not like doing so well in certain product, they would like stop producing that, which would make sense, because we as a consumer, we don't really support small brands. Now PAC isn't a small one, but yeah, it's not as like big internationally. You cannot rely on this brand as you can with Lakme or Maybelline, stuff like that. This is still like smaller brand compared to a global brand like that. So of course they are going to discontinue a product if it's not selling well. So that's the problem with PAC. I hate that they would just discontinue anything. So I hate, like, every time I like something from PAC, I'm like scared to like it even more, because I know that they can just discontinue it. Like, they have done it so many times. At this time, I'm just so scared to love you, man. Anyway, so here's a coverage test for PAC HD Liquid Foundation. Here's an oil and oxidization test, and there were 4-hour gap between first and second drop of the foundation. You can see the oil ring forming on the first drop, and the comparison of shade and that oil release in both of the drops. Finally, Super Stay Full Coverage Foundation from Maybelline. I'm in the shade 128 Warm Nude. I always actually mix 3 tan, sun beige and this most of the time to get my perfect match on the skin, on the undertone side. Yeah, so they don't have the exact undertones for us Indians, but I feel like, I mean, most of these undertones have like pinkish hue. So for Indians, we kind of have trouble finding like olive, yellow, warm undertones. The thing is, we actually need to look at the formula. They claim to be 24 hours and amazing wear time. In general, they have just this full coverage effect that just makes your skin look like a doll skin almost, when you're going to be wearing your makeup all day long. This is the foundation that I would suggest wearing. But on the top of that, it does not have flashback to it. It does last a long time. It's a full coverage. It will again make your skin look super duper smooth, flawless looking, but you are not spending big bucks on it. So that's the comparison for you. This has more like a natural soft powder finish. It truly is really great full coverage foundation, especially if you're going out and you're doing something more dramatic. That's when I personally like to use this one. I feel like it just fits the claim and the coverage of it. Of course, no joke, coverage is not a joke. They did not, I think this retails for somewhere between 700 to 800, but you don't ever have to pay that much. You can always find this one on discount for like 500 or 550 rupees, it will give you more than what you pay for. If you were ever to invest only in one full coverage foundation, this is the first foundation you buy, because it's matte. You can also change the finish of it by mixing it with other products like oil and stuff like that. If you aren't into fully matte, then you can change the finish, but the full coverage, oh my god, it's just this bottle comes with a foam. So does the Maybelline Fit Me one, thankfully. Coming back to this foundation, it's solid full coverage, guys. If you're looking for a good affordable full coverage foundation, this definitely makes the cut. Now this has a great consistency, neither too thick nor too thin, in between, blends out really well as well. Like I said, I personally like to blend out all my foundation with a kabuki or stippling brush. This one in particular works best with a sponge, works fairly well, sits on the skin very well, lasts for a fairly long time without cracking. It has no flashback. The greatest part is, even besides being this full coverage foundation, buildable coverage, even besides being full coverage foundation, being buildable, oh my god, why can't I talk today? I wish I could talk. And the greatest part is, even besides being full coverage and buildable, does not sit on your fine lines, in your smile lines, around the nose area. Overall, it gives a flawless finish. Looks great if you're someone who likes to click pictures or on camera in general, because like I said, it has no flashback, so you can definitely, you know, take advantage of this one for that feature. The only con about this foundation, at least for me, is that it oxidizes a little bit. Well, a lot of foundation oxidizes on me because of my oily skin. You must have noticed from my videos that I buy 2 shades lighter than my actual skin tone, except for MAC. MAC oxidizes a bit too, but for some reason, if I wear lighter shade from MAC, it turns into orangey grayish thing. So I just stick to my shade in MAC and let it oxidize on my face to a darker shade instead of gray or orange one. So that's something I opt for in MAC. But apart from that, all of the other foundation I would go 2 shades lighter because it oxidizes. This foundation oxidizes more than the other foundation in my kit. So if you are to buy this, make sure you're going for a little bit lighter color. I would suggest 2 shades lighter than your actual skin tone. You will see that it blends really beautifully and effortlessly. It has very beautiful satin finish. It's not super matte, at least on my skin. If you're someone you know, who's oily, this is a full coverage foundation you definitely should try. If you're someone who's dry skin, make sure you hydrate your skin really well. That goes for like any full coverage foundation that you use. You have to prep your skin. Skincare is the, you know, way to go for full coverage foundation. Here's a coverage taste for Superstay foundation. Here's an oil and oxidization taste, and there were 4-hour gap between first and second drop of the foundation. You can see the oil ring forming on the first drop and the comparison of shade and that oil release in both of the drops. Of course, we have to talk about Maybelline Fit Me foundation. Did you really think that I was gonna go this entire video without mentioning this foundation? This has been my ride or die for me for again. I have to mention it. It's similar to MAC. I just feel like no matter what a new foundation comes out, I can always go back to this one and know that I'm gonna feel good about my skin when I use this. I have talked about this so many times, but I'll do a little recap for you guys, those of you who haven't watched my video before. This actually has the perfect tone for my skin. I am just so impressed. You can see it's a pink and olive both. It has that, you know, almost like a warm undertone. This is probably the best match that I have ever had in a foundation undertone wise. It's called Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless. I personally wouldn't say that it's super matte, but it has nice natural finish to it. Definitely blurs out the pores, just makes everything look smooth and nice and beautiful. This is another foundation that whenever I wear it, people really compliment my skin and ask me what I'm wearing. Like almost everybody is shocked when I tell them that it's Maybelline, just because it looks so smooth and flawless on the skin that people are shocked. People think that you must be spending tons and tons of money to get this kind of finish, but really it's just so affordable. Again, this one definitely does work for multiple skin types. Recommend it to friends and family who have dry skin. I personally am an oily skin. It works for me. It lasts all day long, at least for 5 hours. For me it lasts longer, but I know it lasts for at least 5 hours for other people. So I'm in the shade 230 natural buff. So let me tell you, the finish of this foundation is just very natural on your face. I feel like this is the kind of foundation that you can wear to school and college or even office. It's a universal foundation. I feel like a preteen to a teenager and above too can wear this foundation. So this foundation is for normal to oily skin. It claims to be. I generally have combination skin type, but leaning towards oily type. In winter I can like get really dry on the outer perimeters. This really helps even at that time. This foundation sits beautifully on my skin, so don't worry about whether it's going to get patchy or cakey. It's none of that. So coverage on this is light to medium, so that's why I said you can wear this foundation for a longer time, because it's very breathable. You can literally apply this with your fingers and you're good to go. You don't really need like a sponge or whatever. So if you're a beginner and you're just like making up your kit, like makeup kit, this is affordable foundation. This is something anyone can use, so definitely you can, you know, invest into this one to put your hand into like makeup world first. It has super nice finish to it, natural matte. I would say for that people who always struggle finding a right shade for yourself, especially in India. I know how hard it is to find right shade for you. Brands don't really launch more than 5 shades. It's so frustrating, I get it, but in this you can pick and choose your shade. You can pick your undertone. It's just, you know, such a go-to foundation that you know will never let you down. So that's my feeling about this one. Here's a coverage taste of Maybelline Fit Me. Here's an oil and oxidization taste, and there were 4-hour gap between first and second drop of the foundation. You can see the oil ring forming on the first drop and the comparison of shade and that oil release in both of the drops. That is it. Don't forget to check out my other top 5 videos. I'll link them down below, and come say hi on my Instagram. I will see you there. Bye.